Shalom, Yashala, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to the Most High Yahweh. I do so in the name of His only begotten Son, Yahweh Shai. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Yasharallah. Call Haloyim Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Harakah Kwadash, for blessing our elders with the spirit of truth, so that we may know. Shout out to the Akim and the Akwaf that's keeping the faith in the works. Y'all keep at it. It's your brother Abaya coming at you with more precepts. It's the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28 and verse 54. So that the man that is tender among you and very delicate, his eye shall be evil towards his brother, and toward the wife of his bosom, and toward the remnant of his children, which he shall leave. All right, but the point I want is his eye shall be evil towards his brother. All right, and unfortunately, man, us being Israelites, so-called blacks, so-called Hispanics, so-called Native Americans, and all our brethren around the world, all of so-called Negro descent, more so in the daughter of Babylon, that is the main problem. Our eyes are evil towards one another. We don't see each other as a nation like all the other nations do. We see each other as individuals attached to countries and states and cities and towns and streets and gangs. Right? And that's all a mindset, man. Divide and conquer. That's all it is. It's a war tactic. Right? It's a war tactic that has been pushed on a social level. And that's crazy. It's crazy that our people can't see that. Right? Let me see. Just the book of 2 Corinthians, chapter 12. What's a lot? All right, so this is 2 Corinthians chapter 12 and verse 19. It says, "Again, think ye that we excuse ourselves unto you? We speak before power in Hamashiach. But we do all things, dearly beloved, for your edifying." Right? So all things that you experience throughout your day-to-day, if you operate in the spiritual mindset, it's for edification. Now, I already made a video on the rapper named Young Dolph, his murder. But I keep seeing videos about it. You know how YouTube do. Once you watch one video, they gonna give you like 50 more videos on the same topic every time you open up YouTube. Right? So I watched this one and it was interesting to me. And it reminded me of, my little time operating in somewhat in the streets. I wasn't never all the way out there, but I was out there, right? I wasn't never really active, but I did stuff, right? And a lot of us got that same story, right? You link up with individuals who you feel really got your back, but at the end of the day, it's cutthroat out there, man, for real, for real. And if you got a good heart operating in the hood and in the ghettos, man, it's going to be hard for you. It's going to be hard for you, bro. They going to chew you up till that good turn all the way evil, because that's the culture of black. That's the culture of niggas. It's evil. It's wickedness. And only the strong survive. Only the most wicked survive. Only the most cutthroat make it. Right? And unfortunately, off of what I keep hearing about Buddy, that's what happened to him, man. He was trying to get away from it as far as being a low-level worker, I guess you could say, in the business of showbiz. And, he linked up with individuals that he should have left alone, operating in the hood. Right? Let me see. It's the book of Amos. Amos, chapter 3, and verse 3. "Can two walk together except they be agreed?" And the answer is hell no, man. Hell no. Right? So I'm gonna let this video play. I'll be back.
Across the streets, y'all seen this? Yes, y'all seen all these shots. But we're gonna let you hear how Dolph felt when Key Glock broke his windows to drop that album. I was in Chicago, but he busted the window talking about we need to drop a song. Somebody drop a song. Like, well, I don't, it's that young and dumb shit. I ain't gonna understand it. Y'all might understand this shit, but I wasn't feeling that shit. So when he called me, when Cuz called me, was like, man, shit, Glock just tore your shit up. I put a little thought into this shit, and when I came back together and got to the house and listened to the music, I'm like, okay, we're gonna drop this song. But we're gonna drop 21 more songs to go with that motherfucker, man.
See, he wasn't operating in the spiritual mindset. Cause if you ain't listen to what this man just said, this dude just said one of his artists, right, from around his way, wanted to make a song with him. And in order to get this man's attention, he had a Lamborghini. The boy bust out the window in the Lamborghini. He said he thought about it and wanted to make the song with this dude. Not only one song, but like a whole album. So I know how the streets work, and I'm sure he do too. But I'm guessing maybe he thought that the dude was more so on some artist, wilding out type. Bro, if they get over you one time in the streets and you don't get no get back by that thing, but when I tell you you've lost respect, they might not blatantly just show you that you've lost that respect, but you lost that respect, boss. Right? And eventually, later on down the line, it's going to get more and more and more disrespectful. Right? And that disrespect led to this man death.
Did you hear Dolph? If it wasn't for Key Glock, I wouldn't be dropping this music. Did you hear Dolph? I told him, okay, we'll drop that song, but we're gonna do 21 more songs. This nigga bust out Dolph's windows to drop a song, cause he's Dolph's artist. That's kind of fucked up if you think about it. And if you hear Dolph, he still wasn't home when he got the news that his windows was broke out. He said he thought about it. But how did he pay Dolph back? Let's see what happened when Dolph got home. Why the fuck y'all ain't make that man fix my motherfucking windshield yet, bro? Bro, why you do this dumbass shit, bro? Man, why the fuck you all about faith, bro?
That's Jake in the hood, bro. That's it. Ain't nothing serious. Right? Do some wild, messed up stuff, and when you question him about it, it's no sympathy at all. Straight up disrespect, aggression, man. And then laugh about the thing. Right? And these the people that you see every day when you walk out your door to go to your 9 to 5, and you get to your 9 to 5 and on your way to your 9 to 5, or you not working, whatever. These the folk in the hood, bro. These the niggas that's constantly in and out of jail. These are niggas that stay in some. Now I ain't saying everybody in the hood is on this level. I'm speaking directly to the ones that are. I'm speaking about the ones that are. Right? One hood is just like the rest of them. All us know this. All us know the symptoms. All us know the scenarios. From generation to generation, it never changes, bro. That's why I started off in the book of Deuteronomy chapter 28. This is the curse. These are the curses. The youth not giving a damn about the elders. Brothers not caring about brothers. This is the problem. But it's edification in this, man. Meaning you can learn from this. You're supposed to learn from everything you go through in life, good or bad. Whatever the situation is, you're supposed to get some form of edification from it. All right?
Hey, shit, fun, what the fuck are you laughing at, bro? Bro, my shit still busting out there, but why you ain't got the shit fixed? Bust it. Bust it. Alright. Now, you all done seen it. This man has temper tantrums. Young Dolph was trying to buy half of him.
That man have temper tantrums. Just like 90% of so-called black males, so-called Hispanic males, and so-called Native American males in the daughter of Babylon. Why? Because of this system that the daughter of Babylon has created to keep the men out of the household so that the young males can be raised by women. And now they become hyper sensitive, overly emotional, and they don't know how to use words to express that emotion, so they act out in childish ways because they still stuck in a toddler's mind frame because they haven't been taught by a grown ass man. So what the mama teach them? 9 times out of 10, they teaching them that the person that they see as a grown man ain't shit, which is their dad. So that's the only individual that young man got to look up to gauge themselves as being a man. And that woman is telling that son, that ain't it. So if that ain't it, what's the next thing? Now we finna go into the culture part of things. And this pseudo culture that was created for us to be able to add on to the school to prison pipeline. The youth are listening to people that tell you to do all kinds of wild stuff over a 5 beat. Right? And it's a never ending cycle. The only thing that's going to stop that cycle is you waking up to the knowledge of self and standing out away from the world and standing on your own, 2 feet, 10 toes down, with the power and strength of Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shai, man. Work out your own salvation with fear and trembling, bro.
Higher. And because of that, every artist on his label had to wait till he made a power move. And when you make a power move, people have to wait till the decisions is made. His artists didn't want to wait till he get the bag to make sure they all cool. They wanted to rush and get that bread. So if he's out of the way, they can handle their business.
If he out the way, they can handle their business. So not only do the youth, the young males, have to look up to fake ass rappers that's speaking about a lifestyle they either not living or really trying to get out of, or if they live in that lifestyle, they stupid as hell because of the stuff that they talk about. But the youth also have to look up to the individuals that's in the hood that are in and out of prison because it's a generational thing. So what they telling the youth, man, prison ain't this, it ain't that. But they not telling the truth about that thing. They not telling that individual, man, when I got to prison, man, I seen somebody get gang raped and I was in my cell crying like a little baby. And you know what I'm saying? I thought dude had my back, that was my silly, but it turns out he was with the gang rape stuff too. They ain't telling them all that. They don't know that till they get there. Too late. So now when they come out of prison, they got to be extra hard because of what they went through in prison. It's called curses for a reason, man. The sooner we deal with it, the sooner we can get out this thing, right? So I guess this video would be more so geared towards individuals who might still be asleep, right? But let's go a little in depth with script to get some understanding about this dude's, I'm talking about Young Dolph's, his mistakes. Because he didn't operate in the spirit. If you operated in the spirit, bro, you wouldn't have lived that life like that. Even within the music industry, you wouldn't have did that, bro. All right? Let's see. 1 Corinthians 10:20. It says, "But I say that the things which the Gentiles sacrifice, they sacrifice to devils and not to power. And I would not that ye should have fellowship with devils." That word devil just simply means deceivers, man. Right? If this man had that righteous mindset, he wouldn't have been around individuals that were not on his level. Bump what I don't care nothing about how many followers you got, what kind of music you make. If you're not on my level, I cannot sign you. You cannot be a part of my business. If he had that mindset, that man probably would still be alive. But at the end of the day, when the Most High say your time up, guess what? Your time up. Ain't no running from it. It is what it is. You done lived your life however you did, and it's a wrap. But we supposed to be living with wisdom, operating in the spirit. All right? Let's go to the book of Sirach, which is Ecclesiasticus in the Apocrypha, chapter 13, verse 2. Says, "Burden not thyself above thy power while thou livest, and have no fellowship with one that is mightier and richer than thyself. Or how, Salak, for how agree the kettle and the earth and pot together? For if the one be smitten against the other, it shall be broken." Meaning, if you about that business and you handling your business, you have no business operating with individuals who are not. The rich have no fellowship with the poor. And it's going to explain why. Verse 3. "The rich man hath done wrong, and yet he threateneth withal. The poor is wronged, and he must entreat also." Right? The rich man do wrong, and the poor man is wrong. So the rich man is doing wrong to the poor man. What the poor man got to do? Deal with it. Verse 4 says, "If thou be for his profit, he will use thee. But if thou have nothing, he will forsake thee." All right? Meaning, as long as that rich man can get a profit off of that poor man, you up. But the minute that you are not, you're out. Right? And to be real with you, if you operating in a business, bro, that's your mindset. That is it. Right? But business is business, and you keep it business. Friendship and anything outside of that, I mean, that is what it is. You got to leave that outside of business. Right? But first and foremost, know who you doing business with. Like we read in Amos 3:3, "Can two walk together except they be agreed?" Nah, no. Right? If Buddy would have had this mindset, man, he would have chose his business partners a bit wiser, a bit better. It would have been a bit more crisp. But you know how we do, man. We got to pull everybody up that was down with us. But see, it's one thing. A person act one way when you're down, bro. Right? When you down, everybody with you, you know what I'm saying? Because everybody down. But when you come up, things change. Right? Let's go to the book of Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 2 and verse 24. "Nevertheless, through envy of the devil came death into the world, and they that do hold of his side do find it." Right? Through envy of the devil. Because ultimately, these young rappers and everything, man, they righteously envying the devil for real, for real. Because the devil holds the power over this earth. The devil tells them what music to make and what music not to make, what lifestyle to live and what lifestyle not to live. Because you on that contract. You're not clocking in and out. There's not an application that you fill out to become an artist. You sign contracts. And in those contracts are stipulations of things that you can and can't do. If you break that contract, then you're gonna have to pay. It ain't like you can just quit and you don't owe nothing. You can just go to another job or go to another business. No, 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 no. You sign the contract. So that means they can take you to court, take everything you got. So you going into the hood, getting youth whose mind are destroyed by the system, who grew up not having nothing, right? Forcing them to get involved with activities they really should not get involved with, man. Then you got a culture that's right alongside that, right? That promotes death, and it's easy for those youth to get involved with that business to promote death. And at the end of the day, it all leads to death, man. It all leads to death because they not trying to go back to being poor. So they gonna say whatever it is the devil tells them to say. And they gonna do whatever it is the devil tells them to do because they not trying to go back to being poor. That's another mindset our people have. We got to outshine everybody. So once I make it to a certain level, I can't go back to that because y'all they done seen me do this and drive that and fly here and rap this and this chain and that much of money and so forth and so on. All nonsense that don't mean nothing. The devil done did a job with us, man. For real, for real. But I digress. This is the book of Sirach, which is Ecclesiasticus in the Apocrypha, chapter 6 and verse 7. If thou wouldest get a friend, prove him first, and be not hasty to credit him, man. Don't just be around an individual because of a first impression, because of what you may think about these people. No, 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 no. You got to prove these folk first. They got to earn a friendship. Friendship is something earned. You don't just get that out for the free. Because a true friend gonna be all up and through your life. A real friend gonna know your mama, your daddy, your cousins, your uncles, your aunties, your girl, your wife. A real friend gonna know all of them. So you mean to tell me you're gonna introduce people into your life that you're not sure of, that knows all your people? Hell nah. Hell nah. That's what get a lot of people messed up, man. All right? I did not intend for this to go long, but hey, that's how the spirit wanted it to move. So I'm gonna end it. I'm gonna end it now, man. Right. Let me see. Matter of fact, Salak. One more script, man. Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 6 and verse 23. Says, neither will I go with consuming envy, for such a man shall have no fellowship with wisdom. These individuals that envy the devil, these individuals that do whatever it is the devil tells them to do in order to look a certain way in this world, they can't handle wisdom because it's not for them, right? They choose not to fellowship with wisdom. They would rather fellowship with death because death looks flashy and it looks fun and it looks exciting, but it's still death, right? Let's understand that. It's still death. Even though it look all sweet and enticing and all that, it's death, right? So at the end of the day, man, hey, watch these people who you around because you never know. Yahweh Ratazah, these precepts in this video were edifying. Call Haloyim Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shai Bahashim Harakakudash Shalom Yashalom.